Hi, hey, hello. Hi, everybody. It's me, Holly, and we are back wishlisting PPU for October 2025. The theme is optical illusions. All the information will be below. As you could probably tell, I have contracted the common cold. So, I did read somewhere that if you hear somebody that is sick, that your immune system will be bolstered up. But then subsequently, I looked it up and found out that that's false. So unfortunately, I'm not going to be pleasant to listen to, and I'm not really going to help your health in any way. So hopefully, you stick with me. Let's get started. Now, I did already see probably most of these because I couldn't keep myself from watching the Cosmetic Sanctuary video and also Polished with Ray, Caitlin's swatches. So just gonna hold myself back. I'm very excited for this month. It seems like it's gonna be better than Halloween. That's pretty bold to say. Ooh, Cinnamon Toast Mirage. So we're gonna wait because as I said in my prior video, I already have my Holy Grail base coat, but I am gonna get the top coat, most likely of that. So this BCB, it is a thermal, but like if it dies in either state, I'm not going to be mad about it. Even if it dies in between, the colors are similar enough to where it's still going to look cool. So, I don't know. I was really impressed with this one. I think I'm going to go ahead and add that to Wishlist. We're off to a surprising start. This Beesnees spicy noodle, it did remind me of I Choose the Bear a little bit. And I've been waiting for them to bring that back because, it's such a popular shade. But I don't know. It does have a reflective glitter, and I have been loving my reflectives, but I don't know if I want like the texture in this. I just don't know. So we're gonna skip it for now. Cameo Colours. Now this one is like grandma's jewelry box, beach treasure, like it's perfect. Um I do wish, after I just said it was perfect, I do wish that it was a little bit more, should I say packed or opaque? I don't know, because it's probably better for the formula for it not to be. But if you can see on the forefinger there, that should be 3 coats, and I would just like it to be more packed in 3 coats. This is probably 3 coats too, from what I saw seeing it swatched. I believe Lisa Marie swatched this one. So it's very pretty, but I will wait. Okay, this Colores de Carol, I'm really into. Yeah, see, I shouldn't have done spoilers because now I know all of these. I'm like, look. um, but this is just like the most prugliest, perfect, like yellowy green, brown. Like, I love it. With those gold flakes, it's so fall. Whispers of Flame is an amber golden yellowish olive base with red to black shifting shimmer and hollow flakes. Inspiration is the phoenix, a mythical bird symbolizing immortality and rebirth, known for its fiery self-immolation and subsequent resurrection from ashes. I highly recommend you use a base coat as you may experience staining. Oh, come on. No. Um, yeah, that's a big detractor for me because I have been like staying far away from any polish that stains my nails just because like when you're doing swatching videos, you don't want your nails to look yellow. I mean, it's kind of inevitable when you wear a lot of nail polish that that's going to happen, but most people you think would understand, but still, so I don't know, I'll leave it off, but I really like that one. At least they warn you though, and they don't just go like, oops, sorry. Okay, so Butterball is vanilla-like scents, and Lang Lang oil is the white silent. It's inspired by Lush. Okay, so I could just go to Lush and smell it first and then decide. Oh, this is the Swatcher's balm, so it's matte when you put it on. So that's pretty cool. Because if you do swatching or take pictures of your nail polish or whatever for Instagram, it's really annoying when like your cuticles or your nails are dry, but then you put like oil or something on them and then they look kind of gross because they're oily. So then you have to wait for it to soak off, and so that's pretty cool. Um let's keep looking though. I don't want to be too hasty. This cracked polish is actually really pretty too. It's simple, just like a sheer pearlescent, but it's very, very pretty. So I just want to show it. I don't know, like, look at that. It's so pretty. I could see wearing this in like January or for a wedding or, whoops, I'm not trying to refresh. Sorry. Okay. I probably have enough cuticle oil. The dewdrops I am a little bit interested in because this is the first time for this being on polish pickup. It's a blend of tropical and citrus fruits with fresh greenery for a well-balanced, energizing scent. Well, that sounds pretty good. Does it say the ingredients? You probably have to like look it up or click the ingredients. I'm not that invested. It's probably a jojoba oil base with, a couple other things. So, psychedelic glow. I don't know how I feel about this one. It's like really cool, but I don't know that it's one that I would reach for. And I've been trying to be a little bit more picky as far as what I add to my collection now, with it being, so extensive. In my opinion, it's extensive. I mean, that's different for everybody. Some people are like, I have 3,000 polishes, and you're going, like, what? Um, and like for me, sorry. Um, I think I probably have somewhere close to 200, which to me, I'm going, that's like a lot, Holly. Settle it down, because you just don't have time to wear all of those. But I've been thinking about doing a little bit of a de-stash and, just going slow, like with new releases. Like, I don't have to have every new release. Give it some time. With these, if I want to get polished pickup, keeping it to like 2 polishes. Just trying to keep a handle on it so I don't go, totally berserk. Probably a little bit too late, but okay, Within Me. I thought this was called Within You, and I assumed it was like a Labyrinth reference, but I don't know. Description: inspired by the endless staircase from Labyrinth. It is. I love that part where he's like, I can't live within you. So funny. Maybe they changed the name, but I like that polish just because of the name. I love Labyrinth. Envy Lacquer, I See Red. But how could that be when it's mostly bluish green? Yeah, it's like a trick of the eyes. Inspired by an image that uses only black, blue, and white. The image shows a Coca-Cola can that's red, but there is no red in the image. Your mind is filling in the blanks. A glitter-heavy base with black reflective glitter, turquoise micro flakies, and red hollow glitter. Very cool. Really fits the theme of these like magic eye books. I remember my grandma buying one, and lots of weird stories on that side of the family. But she basically like forced me to read this book, and I didn't want to look at it anymore. She's like, look at this, and like, no, look at it. Because I would be like going all cross-eyed, and like I started having a headache, and so I really actually dislike things like that where you have to like stare at it for it to become something else. It brings back an upsetting memory because I remember it made me feel so sick. Am I the only one? Like, does it make anybody else feel sick to look at those like changing pictures, focus on this? Maybe I was just a sensitive child. Another thing she did was my grandma was diabetic and she had like that thing that would prick your finger, which, you know, as a kid it's like so freaky because it's like a needle, right? Like, ugh. Um, and she would chase me around. Like it wasn't like a high speed chase because she was my grandma, but she would like chase me around trying to force me to prick my finger on her machine. And it wasn't just me, like she wanted everybody in the family to prick their finger, like adults, kids. She wanted everybody to prick their finger. I guess to like test them to see if they had diabetes, but it was so unsanitary. Like, oh my gosh. I don't know if I ever had good memories being at that house. Um, I'm just unpacking, like this is therapy for me, I guess, but like I don't know if I ever had good memories at that house. If I did, it was few and far between. And it was usually when I was like left to be on my own and like explore the backyard or something. It was never actually being around my grandma or that side of the family. There was always something weird going on. Um, anyway, back to the video. Now you know a little bit about my family life. Sorry for that. Um, this one sounded pretty good. So I love these scrubs because they really do like make your hands feel so soft and um this one is freshly cooked pumpkin, toasted pecans and walnuts, and rich caramel. I like that. Hits of ginger. Take a hit of ginger, cinnamon, and allspice. Add depth and a touch of spice, rounding out this autumnal fragrance. That sounds really, really good. It's gonna get me in the mood. So I'm gonna add that to wish list. Um, this haunted polish, I really liked it. It's very ethereal, which is funny because I believe it's the maker of Ethereal Lacquer that is now heading up Haunted Polish. But I actually heard some negative opinions on their first release through Polish Pickup, where people were saying they didn't like the brush, they didn't like the bottle shape. I guess it doesn't like fit because it's got this tall, you can kind of see it here. It's got like a taller cap, so it doesn't fit in like your Helmer or your, what's it called, Bisbee or Bisley, the Bisley drawers. Um, it doesn't fit in that, and it tips over easy was the complaint. And I believe there were complaints on the formula as well. So when I was hearing all this stuff about it, um, it just kind of makes me a little nervous. I want to give it some time to see if people, maybe it was like a one-off because it was the first polish from this brand. Um, just to see what people have to say about it. It shouldn't be long because they just released their like Halloween collection on their website. Their website just launched, and this will be like the third one from PPU. So I just want to wait and see. I don't want to, you know, get a dud. As pretty as this is, I probably will see something similar again. It's not the most unique color, but it is very pretty. I mean, I love that lavender base, and I obviously don't want to like talk, you know. I try to like is that a cuss word? Is that something I'll get flagged on YouTube? So I don't want to like um talk a doo-doo bad about the brand. Um but that's what I've heard. So honest concerns there. Dizzy, that looks pretty. Ooh, that looks really pretty with that reflective glitter. Lemming, okay. This one I really like. I always think that I don't have a purple with red shimmer, but I actually technically do. I have by Dam Polish or Dom Polish. Um and that one is a purple with red shimmer. I just forget about it because it does have white glitters throughout. So it's not like a clean shimmer, if you will. I don't even know what that means. Do you? Clean shimmer? That's a new one. Yeah, this is really pretty. Cheshire Cat. We're going to add it to wish list. I believe this one was a reflective. Does it say? Yeah. Gold reflective glitter. Okay, so it's got red shimmer, but gold reflective glitter. It doesn't say that though. It says it shimmers pink to copper to gold. So I don't know, but here it looks like a red shimmer. It may just be the language. Anyway. Semantics, am I right? Okay. Ooh. New magnet in town. Let's take a look. Oh, this is the little bead effect, huh? Yes, the glass bead effect. So this one, and I'd be curious to know how this works rather than using a horseshoe magnet attached to something else. I mean, it's far less dangerous. I don't know how people come up with this stuff. But yeah, basically you would like put your nail under there and then spin that flower around and around and around while it dries. Now to me this is just like way too much freaking work. Like first of all, magnetics in general are to me not pleasant to apply. I love them on other people. I do have a few of them in my collection, but they're just like they take so long when it's polish, you know, when it's gel you can just cure it and be done, but it takes so long to dry. And then on top of it, you're gonna be spinning this thing the whole time. That you gotta like nonstop be spinning this thing. I mean, I guess it's like fine. Like I guess it could be like what do you call it? Like a fidget? Like maybe I don't really know, but like I applaud you if you have that much patience. That's a lot of work, but very cool for those of you that are looking for that glass bead effect. I think it's pretty. I don't think it's pretty enough to be putting in that kind of work. Like I have my limits. And then we have this magnet. It looks like a trio. Kind of similar looking to the ghost one. Um, I don't I don't know what the shapes are supposed to be. Does it say? No. So I don't really get like the top because it looks like they have wings on them, but yeah, it just they snap onto this one. It's the same thing as the ghost magnets. It glows in the dark. The box is super cool. But I do already have like my striped magnet coming. I like this S shape. That's really cool. Um, but for $20, I think I'll hold off since I do have, you know, the one effect. Moonshine Manny. Moth and Moon. Oh, that's the one that used to be Schlee. I keep forgetting. And then Nailed It, Panther's Pursuit. Okay. Guys, I know I just talked crap about magnetic polish. I'm sorry. But this is really pretty. Okay. I saw this one swatched and I was just like, oh man. It's really nice. So, I am a very contradictory and hypocritical creature, but I'm going to add it to Wishlist. Let he who is without sin cast the first stone. That's all I have to say. Night Owl Lacquer. This one's really pretty. I like it. Reminds me of like the colors that Mooncat just came out with. $0. Wow, what a steal. Hopefully they get that fixed. Anyway, the new Mooncat collection I really like. And I know that's an unpopular opinion apparently because everybody keeps saying, "Oh, I don't like these dusty purples." I love dusty purples. I'm all for dusty purples. That's like my color. Um I don't know though. This one has like that pink shimmer, which is kind of cool, but I don't know. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I'm scared. Anyway, pretty. I'm gonna keep it off the wish list for now. This Kusama. Also, just FYI, Pahlish is coming out with their new Halloween collection tonight. It's probably by the time this uploads, it's probably already gonna be up or almost up. So definitely check that out. They have a Studio Ghibli collection. I think they're releasing 3 different ones. And one of them is called Parrot King, I think. It's from The Boy and the Heron. Oh my gosh, it's really pretty. So definitely check that out. Sorry, it's probably not nice to do that because then you're like, well, great. I was saving for a polish pickup and now I gotta buy these polishes. Hey, you don't have to buy anything. I ain't forcing your hand. But this one reminds me of Mooncat's, what is it called? It was a polish I really wanted at one point. I want to call it Screaming Down the Highway. I know it's not called Screaming Down the Highway. That is ridiculous. But I can't for the life of me remember, and for some reason that's coming in my head. So, yeah, it reminds me of Screaming Down the Highway for Mooncat. Very cool for like some Haunted Mansion stamping. We just had the Haunted Mansion plate from Little Box of Horrors, so if you pick that up, I mean, they're kind of good together. These pedicure files, I haven't bought the Pahlish pickup brand, but you know, they're kind of all the same. I got mine from Amazon. They're really good. Just putting that out there. Penelope Lou's, that one's pretty. The Illusion of Depth. Okay. So this one, I always start like that. So this one, question mark, like, I'm not sure. I I typically don't go for these like navy, teal kind of flaky bombs. They're not my color, but I like how in this one, it seems to have these kind of red and orange flakies in between. See, I see a little bit there, and I saw a little bit back here. So to me, that adds like a little something, and I kind of like it. A black and navy base with green, blue, and gold shifting iridescent flakes and black flakes for added depth. So it's not something you're going to see all the time with that red and orange color. Something to think about. I'm adding it to my wish list because it is very beautiful. And then I'm sure everybody's going to want to see the Psyche Minerals. This one is really pretty. It's really sheer. It reminds me of lurid lacquers, and I know I'm gonna butcher this because I'm not French. Okay, so excuse my English. It's joie de vivre, like the joy of living, which I already have. I have the 2.0, but it's very, very similar. And there's another reflective from the Frida Kahlo collection from Fauve that just came out, and that one's not as similar. It's a little bit darker green. It's a little bit more pigmented, but in my mind, I would rather get that one. And I already have one that's very similar to this. So I will skip, even though it's beautiful. And I have been wanting to try Psyche Minerals for some time. Red-Eyed Lacquer. That would be a cute one for Halloween. But by the time I get it, it will not be Halloween anymore. That's a scary thought. Never want Halloween to end. This Rogue is really pretty, but it reminds me of one that came out not too long ago. I think it was a Hella Handmade, and it was just a little bit lighter, but it had the rainbow flakies and the black flakies. It was kind of very similar, just a little bit lighter. This Royla Lee, when I watched it be swatched, it looked like more teal as a base, and I thought it was very like unique. Here it looks like a green with the pink shimmer. There you're seeing a little bit more of that turquoise. Okay, I was so mad when I watched this one be swatched, because at first it was in that dark state and I was like, oh my gosh, I love it, it's so pretty, that's like a must. And then I realized it was a thermal, and like I don't like the other state as much, and I also just don't want thermals because who knows what it's going to look like when it dies. I really like that dark color though. I wish they would have just made it the dark color, but that's me. That's my preference. Black cherry cold to cherry warm thermal with a red, black, and hollow flakies. A photo of a 3D trippy clown. Swamp gloss, that's not what it looks like. This one right here reminds me of that garden path one I missed out on, and I can't remember the name of. Shake Your Moneymaker. I love the like blue glitters or the blue micro flakies in here. And the reflective, of course. I'm big into my reflectives right now. That's the only trend I don't think I'll ever be sick of, because it just adds such a depth, like such a sparkle. It just looks like completely different to anything else. I get the most compliments when I am wearing a reflective glitter. That's all I'm going to say. It just, and you can't stop staring at it. Anyway, Shake Your Moneymaker is a deep maroon base with red reflective glitter and blue metallic flakes, inspired by an image of a butt that moves when you shake your phone. Nice. Nice. Oh yeah, baby. Okay. So it looks like the Cuticle one is unscented this month, which is an odd choice, but also I guess a good choice because if you're like sensitive to smells, it kind of, would suck to every month have one that's scented. So that's kind of cool that they did that. And then we finally get to my top coat of the Cinnamon Toast Mirage. They kind of like weave it in, like they put the base coat at the front so that you think about it through all the pages. And then at the end, they're like, you sure you don't want this? It's Cinnamon Toast Mirage. I love me some Cinnamon Toast Crunch, so... Cinnamon sugar melts into warm toast, cozy, sweet, and gone in a blink. I want to read it in like a very sultry voice, especially since my voice is deeper with the cold. Cozy, sweet, and gone in a blink. A swirl of golden cinnamon and sugar softened by creamy vanilla with a hint of buttery caramel. All you have to say is caramel. Yes, 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 yes. Add to wish list. That sounds so good. So stinking good. Oh my gosh, hold up. What is this? We did not see this swatched. It is Whatcha, Movement and Depth. That is so cool. This is probably like the winner in my mind of who did the best with this theme. Like that's crazy. Oh my god, I'm about to propose to this polish. I'm about to be legally bound to it for life. That's really pretty. Oh my gosh, yes. So that's definite. No matter what happens, I'm getting that. That is really cool. Okay. And then the very last one on the page is a zombie claw. Sorry for slurring my words. I'm been hitting the cough medicine a little hard. But this one I'm a little disappointed with. Reason being is that for the Mario it's slipping my mind. For the Mario Polish gamers, they came out with one that was very, very similar to this. It was like a Blurple. Same flakes and everything, same formula it looks like, but just Blurple. And then like I think it was the next why can't I remember? Polish Gamers. It was the next Polish Gamers that they came out with like the same thing, but it was like slightly more blue maybe. And then now they're coming out with this, which is just like more purple. And I'd just like to see something, and I know they've done polishes in between there. It's not like they're just coming out with this, It's just me noticing it. I wish they'd either change the background color, change the flaky color, or kind of branch out a little. It's just too much of the same for me. So that even though this is a really beautiful polish, and obviously if you don't have the other two polishes, like yeah, I get it. It's beautiful. Especially mattified. Look at that. But to me it just starts looking the same, and so it becomes uninteresting just by way of looking like something I've seen previously. So that's my only complaint. Obviously, like that doesn't matter. People are still gonna like it and buy it, and good for them and good for the maker. I just, yeah, not to be like super negative, but it's hard when your brain's in a fog and your default mode is negative. Like for me, I'm, that's just, it's who I am. Anyway, maybe it was because my grandma chased me around with a freaking needle. Anyway, okay, so I'm seeing that the Lemming Lacquer and the BCB have very similar vibes here, like with the purple and the red. They're not anywhere close to being like a 1-to-1 because one's a thermal and one's a regular polish with shimmer. Hold on. I don't want to cough. I don't want to cough into the mic. Anyway, I think if I had to choose, honestly, surprisingly, I like the BCB a little bit more. And I have tried BCB and I have not tried Lemming, so I already know I like their formula. So, the Panther's Pursuit is a really cool one. But like I just said, and like I'm trying to remind myself every time I see a magnetic that I like. Like even with the ILMPs that just came out, I was like, oh my gosh, they're so beautiful. I got to get this collection right when it drops. Then I thought about it and I was like, well, you have a magnetic from their last magnetic collection, the Illusions collection. When have I worn it? I haven't. I haven't worn it yet because it's so time consuming, even though I really, really like that one. So if I haven't worn that one yet, what makes me think I'm gonna like be wearing this new collection? So, um, that being said, that whole rant over, I will take it out, even though it's beautiful. Just because it's beautiful does not mean I need to have it. I need to think of practicality too. So I like to get this down to 3 items. Um, it's a little hard when you pick out like the Bath and Body stuff or like the top coats or the base coats. Stuff like that doesn't feel like it doesn't feel like a purchase or like, like I like it, but it's not a polish. It's polish pickup. I got to get at least 2 polishes. So, um, at least narrowing it down to 4. But I have till Friday to do it, so I'm gonna take my time and really think about it. Hopefully you enjoyed watching this with me. Let me know in the comments your polish pickup picks. If you're gonna skip this month or if you're gonna go into debt for these polishes, I wouldn't recommend it. But yeah, enjoy your week. Enjoy your life. Enjoy your health. Don't get sick. Take your vitamin C. Vitamin C is a myth. All right, all right. You know what? I'm going off the deep end here. Too much cough medicine. I'm going to end it here. Have a good one. See ya.